everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am starting out by applying my foundation, and as usual I am using the Nars Sheer Glow foundation, and I am using the shade Light 5 Fiji, and I'm applying that with my damp beauty blender all over my face, and I am going to just apply one layer over my whole face to even my skin tone out and cover up any redness and discoloration that I have going on in my skin today. I am then going to be concealing quite a bit because I am highlighting with my concealer as well, and I am using the Urban Decay Naked Weightless Concealer. So I'm applying this in the inner parts of my face, starting out underneath my eyes and then the center parts of my face to lighten these areas up. I am then going to be cream contouring today, and I'm using the Lorac Pro Contour Palette, and I am contouring the outer parts of my face. This is going to look a little crazy at first, but I promise it all blends together. I did not blend out my highlight yet. I wanted to go in with my contour and then blend out my highlight in case I got a little overboard with my contour, which I did. I started out on my forehead, and then I am contouring my cheekbones a little bit. Again, not really focusing on blending it out, just kind of really applying the product, and then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender to really blend my highlight and contour together, because nothing works as well as the beauty blender for me. It just blends everything out so seamlessly and gives me such a nice finish. So I am using the pointy edge of my beauty blender to blend out my highlight, and then I will kind of just go in with the edge of the beauty blender to blend the contour into the highlight so there aren't any harsh lines and so everything is nice and smooth. And then going back in with the brush just to darken out my contour just a little bit, because when I blended out that highlight it took away from it a little bit. So just kind of intensifying my contour a little more since it did disappear. I am dragging the excess down my nose, not really contouring, just bronzing that up a little bit to even everything out, and then I am going to be powdering just my eyelid right now, so that is primed and ready to go for eyeshadow. I'm not setting my face yet because I want to let it set on its own, and I'm setting just right underneath my eyes so I can go in and do my eyebrows and my eyeshadow while the rest of my face sets. So I'm going to fill in my eyebrows and I'll be right back. Ooh, look at that, done. I was so excited when I first opened the Jaclyn Hill palette. I just could not wait to get started. The first shade I am going in with is Creamsicle. Now the thing with my Jaclyn Hill palette is mine did not come with the sheet with all the names on it, so I had to look it up on the website, which isn't a big deal, but I wish I had that sheet. So I'm going in with Creamsicle on a big fluffy brush, and this is going to act as my blending color. I'm going in with it twice just to deepen it up a little bit to really give a nice good transition shade before I start going in with all of the darker colors. And I'm just really blending that out so all the colors blend nicely. I'm then going in with Roxanne on the same blending brush, and I'm blending that throughout my crease, starting on the outer corner and dragging inward. You know the routine if you watch my videos. This is how I always do it. I start out by applying the most product on the outer edge and really just blending it in. I'm being very sloppy with this. I'm getting it all over my eyelid because we're going to go in and with a shimmery color on the eyelid, so it doesn't matter if you're too sloppy with it. Just make sure you don't go too far up in your crease. Keep it on the lower crease and the eyelid area. I'm then going in with Hunts on a smaller brush to really get in the lower crease. Again, keeping this in the lower crease and the upper eyelid area because I don't want to take it up too far to my brow bone. I am then taking a bigger, fluffier blending brush to blend that out. I used the smaller brush to really apply the product into the crease and get it really concentrated where I wanted it, and then I am taking the big blending brush to blend it out to make sure that it is smooth and that there aren't any harsh lines. So as you can see here, taking the smaller brush, concentrating it on that lower crease, and then taking the fluffy brush to really blend that out. I am then going in with Firework, and as you can see, I was so excited about this shade. It was so pigmented, so creamy and easy to blend, super shimmery. It was such a nice color. I'm taking that on a flat shader brush and really just applying that on my lower lid and just up where it meets my crease. I'm not going into my crease, just where it meets it. I'm then going in with Chip, and this is more of a cooler brown. It's not super cool, it's not super warm, and I am just blending that in my crease. I really wanted to just kind of deepen it up a little more, but I wanted to use more of a brown shade than more red. So that is what I'm doing here, just going back in with Chip to deepen up the crease a little bit. Then to make sure everything is blended, I'm going back in with Creamsicle one more time to make sure everything is nice and blended and that there aren't any harsh lines. Again, using that same big fluffy brush. Going back in with Firework one more time just to really intensify that lid color and the shimmer effect that this color has. I'm then going in with Queen and popping that right on the center of my eyelid to give a little bit of dimension. Starting out on the lower lash line, I'm taking a pencil brush and taking Roxanne and really just smudging and blowing that lower lash line out. And then I'm taking a liner brush and I am going in with Hunt and really concentrating that on the really close to my lash line, making it kind of a harsher line. I'm not blowing out as much, I'm really defining that lower lash line. I am then going to go in with Creamsicle and really just blend those colors together, make sure it's all nice and blown out. I'm going in with Enlight to highlight the inner corners of my eye as well as my brow bone. I am then taking a liquid liner and I am tightlining first. I really like using a liquid eyeliner to tightline because it just really has a nice rich payoff rather than going in with a pencil liner. So I'm tightlining my inner water lines, both the top and bottom. I'm not doing any top liner, I just really want to kind of give the eye a little more definition, but I don't want to take away from the eyeshadow. So that's why I'm tightlining. It's really going to define your eyes, but it's not going to be like a thick crazy line on your upper lash line to take away from that shadow. And then applying some mascara on my top and bottom lashes, and then off camera I did apply some false lashes. I used the Ardell Wispies. They are my favorite. I use them on every bride I have. I use them on myself. Any makeup look I do, it just works perfect. And then going in with the same powder I used earlier to powder my highlight areas, I am then going to set that cream contour, and I believe I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit to set that contour, blend everything out, intensify it a little more, make sure it's set and ready to go. For my cheeks, I'm not really contouring, I'm just kind of setting that earlier cream bronzer. So I like to say that I bronze more than I do contour, and I just take the rest down the sides of my nose. I'm then going in with a Tarte blush. I don't know the name of it, but I'll have everything linked down in the description box below. And then of course another Jaclyn Hill palette because you just have to. I'm going in with Becca and the Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop to highlight all basically my whole face. Just gonna bathe and highlight today. For lips, I am using an Ulta lip liner that I got around Christmas time. I will have that linked down below as well. And I'm just lining my lips. I'm not overlining them or anything. I am just lining them and filling them in. I am then going to go in with a few different lipsticks because I always mix my lipsticks. So I don't know the shades, or I think they're Maybelline, but I'm not sure of the shades. So I'll have everything again down in the description box. Just applying a nude lip, and this is the NYX Butter Gloss in Eclair, and that will pull this whole look together. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.